Welcome to Sideline, the Baseline with Klew and MB, man. Listen, MB on the road again. Uh, we're headed down south, man. Got to take care of some family business down there, man. But I'm here with y'all today. Solo on the dolo. No, just kidding. Pack Jam is supposed to be coming in. You know him. Got to make a grand entrance for some strange reason. He wants to go on location. So we'll see when he taps in and goes on location from the barbershop. Hopefully he get in here pretty quickly. But I didn't want to leave y'all waiting for too long. I was holding on as long as I could. Also, another big bro of mine, Check It Atkins, supposed to be coming through this evening. Waiting on him to get in the building too. A lot of things been going on football wise, of course. A lot of injuries. See Drew Brees nursing that injury. Injuries just continue to plague the NFL, of course. However, the coronavirus is running rampant and way tougher on the NFL than anything else. Wanted to talk about the NBA draft today. The NBA draft happened on Wednesday night. We had the first three picks, pretty much obvious. The picks that everybody thought would happen. LaMelo Ball ended up being third. I know it was talked about, and NBA and I actually spoke about him earlier in the week on Monday, discussing would he drop based upon his interviews, which had been kind of floated out there in the media for the last couple of weeks. However, the number one pick of the draft, Georgia's own man, Edwards, was able to take that top pick. I think, which was not really a surprise. He was considered pretty much during the course of the college basketball season. He was considered the number one pick, and I don't think anybody thought any differently. Of course, right after the season, you start talking about others, and all of a sudden his picks not that interesting. So you bring a little drama to it. So then you start getting a big out of Memphis that was talked about finishing going number one in the draft. You got him, you got Edwards, you got Ball. Well, it ended up being 1, 2, 3. Ended up being a 1, 2, 3. Those three names started and finished at the top of the draft. Wanted to definitely discuss obviously Edwards' pick going to Minnesota, which was what do you do with that? Like, he's a point guard, he's a lead guard. They already have Russell. You start looking at that situation, man, and you start thinking, are they? What can they do? Is that a great pick? Is that a team that's headed towards the right direction? I think that'd be interesting. Definitely to talk about. Then you got Ball, which was the most exciting pick of this NBA draft. Definitely the most exciting pick, just because. Hey, let's face it, LeVar. Listen, and I love LeVar, man. I'm a LeVar fan. Being a dad of two right now, I'm a huge fan of LeVar, man. He had three boys, and two of them went first round, and not just first round, went lottery. And not just lottery, went 2 and 3, man. You got to talk about that, man. I mean, I heard the statement made, I think, if it's not LeVar Ball and it's another dad that's doing something tremendous like that, what kind of conversation are we having about him? I know everybody's upset because and watch this, y'all. Back off of LeVar because he hasn't been in the news. We haven't even been talking about him. I remember I couldn't even remember his son's name. I'd be calling them LeVar. because he was the biggest show in the Ball family. And I think he's kind of taking a back seat, especially with Melo, because it seems like he's the type that's just like his dad. He's basically his own man. And he's like, listen, my dad can say whatever he want to, but I run my show. The funny thing about it is Michael Jordan picked him third in the draft. And if y'all remember, LeVar said right now he'll beat Mike. So here go the funny part. If we now know Mike like we do after seeing Mike's documentary, The Last Dance, how much y'all want to bet, and how many of y'all want to put something on the fact that Mike gonna challenge him to a one-on-one somewhere around midnight, right in the Charlotte Hornets gym? And I think Mike gonna put that thing on it, man. And LeVar gonna come back to the media apologizing, saying that Mike shouldn't have did him dirty. Mike shouldn't have did him like that. I think he should. Mike definitely should give him the business, man, because he definitely deserves it. He definitely deserves that whooping. So I think that he needs to definitely do that. I think that would be hilarious if we go out there. What's going on, George? I see you out there, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hollering at us, pulling up. You know us, man. I'm about to pull up this draft right now. Anthony Edwards, Wiseman, and James Wiseman and LaMelo. Now let's talk about this two AA. What's going on, man? Let's talk about this number 2 pick, James Wiseman. And I think it's a lot to say about James Wiseman. I mean, he's a 7-footer that's supposed to be able to stretch the floor and shoot the three. Listen, y'all, that's yet to be determined. What he played, 10 games, if that, 5 games, if that. You know, he went through that recruiting violation over in Memphis. Penny was able to pick him up somehow. I don't know, the powers that be didn't really like that. What's going on, Big Ron? What's good, man? Appreciate you stopping through, pulling up, man. But definitely, you know, James Wiseman, we really didn't get a really good look at him in college. But yet, he's getting thrust front and center, being a number 2 pick of the draft, which he deserves. However, when you look at where he's going, man, there's going to be a huge spotlight on him right now. You look at James Wiseman, where did he go to? He went to the Golden State Warriors. That is huge. You know why that's huge? Because Klay Thompson just got hurt. Klay Thompson just tore his Achilles. Klay Thompson just sat out last year from an ACL. Now Klay Thompson comes back, and not even back yet because he's just working out. And day before the draft, he tears his Achilles. They try to keep it hush-hush long as possible. They were talking about trading the number 2 pick. However, they decided against it because Klay's done again. The Splash Brothers are no more. You know, that's a whole nother discussion in itself. Can he come back? Will he be back? There go one of the big bros, Chuck. Let me bring him on in. Chuck, what's going on?
I know what's.
I don't think we have you. We can't hear you. Hit your you might have a chance to hit like audio or something like that. See if there's an audio button. We're not catching you.
Can you hear me?
It looked like you in the gym as usual. Chuck gets it in, man. He gives back to the youth. He's always working out. Not him. I'm giving him too much credit. He ain't working out. He working out the youth. He working out the youth. He ain't working out though. So Oh, okay. Let me try him again.
Bro,
Hey
I'm here.
man,
Can you hear
hook
me?
up with the school Wi-Fi. Get on Orange County Wi-Fi, man. We can tell you at the gym.
Hit the school, man. I wish I could. I wish I
We
could.
can't
I'm
even
almost
hear
done.
you. See if
You
you
can
can
hear
just
me?
call in. I don't know how you even do that. Is there a
All right.
way? Adam done said audio only, but I don't even know if there's a way to do that. This StreamYard. This ain't like what it is, Zoom and stuff like that. StreamYard, I don't know if you can do audio only. Let me see. Kick from
It's telling
studio.
me
Da,
that
da,
everybody
da.
can hear me.
Dang, we can't get him on. He got some good stuff too, man. This is Chucky Atkins, 12-year NBA veteran, 15-year basketball pro, man. He got it from the mud. He started out uh, CBA, Red League, went overseas, killed, came back every summer, man, and did work in the summer leagues, and then made his way, man, and turned into a 12-year NBA career. Double A say turn your video off and then see if you could just talk. So hit your video button, turn
Can you
it
hear me
off,
now?
see if you could just talk.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Let's see. I don't hear him still. Do y'all hear him out there? Yeah, I don't hear him still. Let me see. Man.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so then it's me then. Okay. So then it could have been me. So let me Chuck, they hear you, so let me see if it's me. Maybe it's me. Go ahead, Chuck. All right, I got you. Come back in video. It could have been me, but
Can you hear me now?
we got you. We got you, big bro. So we were starting off, man.
What's
I
up,
don't know
baby?
if you what's going on, man. You getting it in. Who you getting it in with right now?
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I told him you love the kids, you give back, you start your own program. You've been working with kids
Yes, sir.
pretty much since you finished. And then, hey man, you got
look. It's
hey
one of
Chuck,
my with the kids.
turn your video off again because it's like you glitching real bad. So maybe we can hear you better if you just do the video off.
Can
We hear you, but it's sporadic.
you hear me? I'm going to be in type of set. I don't know what's going on with this, with my video
All
and
right.
all of that, but
Okay. Seems like we can.
You hear me better?
Yes, absolutely. So, I definitely wanted to get you a pack jam, because we need pack jam because these two will go at it. You would think Pac spent 30 years in the NBA.
Absolutely. Hey, look, we going at it.
So I tried to give y'all a treat, man. First off, man, I want to give shout outs to the young Orange County Gunners, man. Paul Weed Jr. and Ryler, man. What's your experience with these guys, man? And did you see them coming up playing?
Well, I seen, obviously, when I was coaching at Evans, Grant Ryler was one of the stars for Ocoee High School. For Coach Rob Gordon, who I know very well. And I happened to run into Paul Reed just spectating and going to watch another kid play. And obviously, I played against his father coming up. So Paul Reed comes from a great basketball.
Yeah.
It's beautiful kids, get an opportunity to, be successful.
Right. So, Chuck, we lost you.
Hey, hey, man, I might just keep it to my face. Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, there you go.
Glad to be with y'all, man. Listen, one thing about the realest co-host, man, I'm gonna come to you whenever, wherever, however, and I'm here.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Live
Hey.
from the barbershop, man, on Church Street, man. We here. We are here, people. What's going on, Klew?
I'm good. I sure wish Chuck we could hear clearly, man.
Hey, man, I'm
Man, I don't know what's going on with my phone.
Okay, there you go.
I'm here, man, with the baddest barber in Orlando, man. Jared the Barber, man.
Pat Jam. Oh, this nigga. Oh, man. Good Lord. Oh, my God.
Man, what's going on, man?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
What up?
Hey, on it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Chuck, who was in the lead?
What
him,
up, baby?
you, or me? It had to be him.
It had to be him, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This guy here is amazing. Klew, he is simply amazing.
How y'all doing tonight, man?
Hey, I hope he gets you. Just go right across the middle, man, one time and push him out the chair.
Listen, I'm with Jared the Barber, man. I'm talking about the baddest barber in the city of Orlando, man. You hear me?
Hey.
And he's a celebrity barber, so you know that's why I'm in the chair. Because he's a celebrity barber. That's why I'm in the chair. If he wasn't that, I wouldn't be in the chair.
I got you, baby. I got you.
So look, Pat Jam, we was talking about starting out the young gunners from Orlando, man. Ryler and Reed, man.
Right.
So what was your opinion on those guys? And definitely, I'm sure you're excited about two local guys going big.
I think I'm more excited than their parents are right now, man, because it gives the other kids that are in the city of Orlando, man, an opportunity to realize that if you stay focused on your goals, that it can happen for you. Right now, what I see from both of those guys, it's time to go to work. Your name has been called, but now you got to legitimize your name being called on Wednesday night. Now it's time to put in that work and learn and soak up, to be that sponge inside water, man, and soak up everything you can to get in the ears of those veterans, pay attention, and do what you've been doing, and that's and all the things that got you there. Continue doing those things.
So Chuck, break their games down a little bit. What do you like about Ryler and Reed?
Well, I think Ryler, from a point guard perspective, is a guy who's rangy, he's explosive, do the same thing. Obviously, it's going to be a little rough for him at the beginning because you got guys there like LaMelo Ball, who just got drafted at the point guard spot. You got Terry Rozier, who just got a big deal leaving Boston, and then the kid Graham from Kansas just had a big year for them last year. So, he's going to be a guy who could possibly be a combo guard, someone that's similar to my man up in Toronto.
Okay.
And I look for good things out of him. I think he'll start off the year in the G League and get his feet wet, and he's going to be a solid player. Paul Reed on the other side is an athletic, rangy guy with skills, can shoot the ball from 3-point range. Kind of a Robert Ory type of player.
Wow. Okay.
Going to a really good situation. And he brings to the table, he may get an he goes in there and loses himself.
Man, so we gonna get right in it, man. The NBA draft happened. It's gone. You guys done had a chance to kind of get your picks and see who did great, who definitely bombed. So, Pac Jam, who was your best pick and worst pick?
I would say my best. I would think that the best pick would be Golden State going with Wiseman. I would say would be the best pick because that's been the Achilles heel the last 3 years. The fact not having rebounding, not having a guy that's an interior force, a guy who's not. Now they got a guy that can block shots. They got a guy that can give them some low post scoring. So I would say that would be my best. That would be the best pick of the night. I think the worst pick of the night, believe it or not, would be the following pick. Would be the Charlotte Hornets. I think that pick was more about buzz than it was about need. You know, because to me the Charlotte Hornets didn't need enough. They didn't need a point guard. To me, the Charlotte Hornets needed a wing player because that's where they had been getting it wrong at when they got Michael Gilchrist,
Right.
the other guy from Kentucky. I can't think of his name right. I can't think. Another kid from Kentucky they had got just last year before last as well. But the kid from the other kid from Kentucky. But anyway, I think that was the worst pick, was the LaMelo Ball pick. I think that Charlotte didn't need that. Charlotte needed them another swing man. They needed a nice small forward. You know, I thought what they needed. But I realized that Michael Jordan them need some buzz, you know, in the city. And I think that's what that pick was.
Well, Chuck, jump in the best pick, worst pick.
I think I'll agree with Torrey to an extent. I don't think that Charlotte was the worst pick though, just simply because although they didn't get a big man in the first round, they did end up getting Vernon Carey out of Duke with the
Right.
first pick in the second round. So he solidifies the big that they didn't have. And you got to understand that LaMelo Ball is 6'7", a guy who has already played at the pro level for the last 2 or 3 years in different
Right.
pro leagues. So he's a solid professional already. This guy's been playing summer pro ball with the pros in LA for the last 3 years. He's been playing in Australia, New Zealand. He can play multiple positions, 1 and 2, and they're going to put the ball in his hands. See, what I see Charlotte doing is saying, hey, man, we got a 6'7" guy who could be one of our playmakers with the other guards that we had. Then you throw a big Vernon Carey down low, another big body for them that can also stretch the court too because he can shoot the ball from the perimeter. So I don't think that they're the worst pick, but I do agree that, you know, the Golden State Warriors got exactly what they needed in Wiseman, a big man. I thought that Minnesota was probably was going to mix up the draft by taking him number 1 and trying to use Cat, Karl Anthony Towns as a trade piece, but you know they end up taking Anthony Edwards, and it's going to be interesting to see how all of this stuff plays out. Just simply because Minnesota for the last few years haven't been doing good with any of the guards that they're bringing in.
At all.
Everybody that they brought in is pretty much flopped, with the exception of Jimmy Butler. And then because of whatever happened between him and the coaching staff and management, they ended up getting rid of him. So it'll be very interesting to see how, all of these draft picks play out, But to me, I think the Golden State Warriors did a really good job. I think the Charlotte Hornets did a very, very good job. A couple other teams picking European guys that we don't know, or using a first pick on a European kid that's going to go back to his team. I don't think that that's a good look anymore.
Right. Well, we like to say they clowning on this show, man. And so I want to know what NBA team you thought had no clue or what direction they had to go during the draft. Who was clowning, Pac Jam? Who was just clowning?
I think once again the Knicks was.
Man.
That's clowning. Because again, it's like, you go get Leon Rose, you go get these guys, man, and it's like, okay, Y'all do something for us. You know, and they go get the kid from DePaul, but you didn't need that. This kid, what is he gonna bring to you? You got a whole team full of forwards as it is. Your whole roster is full of forwards, full of guys between 6'7" and 6'9". You know, I thought the Knicks should have tried to be more aggressive to try to get a guard, preferably the one that the Magic got. I thought would have done well with the Knicks. They need something
Cole
like
Anthony.
Cole
Anthony.
I felt the Knicks should have went in that direction because that's what they need. A guy that can score from the one, athletic, you know what I mean? But once again, that's the Knicks, you know.
Chuck, who was clowning, man?
Yeah, I think a couple of teams was clowning, like the Boston Celtics. Like the Boston Celtics go out and get the kid from Oregon. It's like, come on, Celtics, man. Like enough is enough with the great white hype stuff. Like you got a lot of needs. You just gave Kemba Walker $100 million. You just signed the kid from Purdue, to a 3-year deal, making $1 million. You still got Marcus Smart at your guard spot. So why would you go out there and draft a guard at the end of the first round that's probably not gonna play? Like that to me, that doesn't make sense. And to be honest with you, I felt bad for the guy from Dayton. I felt bad for Obi Toppin.
Wow.
I felt bad for him just simply because right now the New York Knicks is the graveyard. I mean, let's keep it real. They're the graveyard. Like every year for the last 6 years, they're gonna have a first round pick. And they're just stacking pieces on top of pieces. Like, you know, you got 3 or 4 guys playing the same position. You just signed Julius Randle to a 50-year deal, a $50 million deal. You got the other kid from Kentucky.
Knox.
You got Kevin Knox. You know, they're trying to make room for him by getting rid of Taj. What's Taj's last name?
Gibson.
Taj Gibson. You're trying to make room for him.
But he breaking
They're
up.
pretty much a college team.
Right. So we gonna move along, man. Golden State Warriors, what now? Hey, Jam, what now? Where do they go from here?
You know what? To be honest with you, I think now you have to really consider trading Draymond Green. You got to get aggressive with that trade because you need somebody that can score. You got to get some outside shooting from somewhere, a guy that can put it on the floor. So you got to think about trading Draymond Green. I think what should happen, I believe they should be aggressive in trying to go get Bill. They need to go try to put a package together to go get Bill.
That's our pick. That's the Lakers' pick. They need to stay out of our business.
Well, the Lakers have been real sneaky. Listen, the Lakers are real sneaky because there's late breaking news with Bogdan, who went to Milwaukee.
Hold on. Don't go there. Don't go there. Let me move to Chuck. Talk about the Warriors. You gonna take us off topic. Chuck, jump in there. The Warriors, what now?
The Warriors are fine.
Okay.
You got to think now. They still got Steph Curry. They still got Andrew Wiggins. They just made a deal to go get Kelly Oubre, who's a 3-and-D guy who can shoot the ball from the perimeter. He had a really good season last year in Phoenix. They just got James Wiseman. They still got Draymond Green. So one thing that the Warriors do very well is they go and pieces and be the best available. And Kelly Oubre, a lot of people gonna like fix that kid because he's the perfect wing complement. He was the perfect wing complement to Devin Booker, almost like your Jordan and your Pippen. So now you got a 3 guy on one wing that got size and athletic, and you got Andrew Wiggins who got size and athletic and plays very good defense. And you come up guy. So
Man. Okay, so a lot of things happening in the NBA. Obviously, this is a super busy time. Season getting ready to get underway, and obviously we just had the draft. One of the things, late breaking news, and it was discussed actually last week, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. Hey man, what are you spraying in your house, man? You getting your hair done, huh? You ain't get the house done. That's called getting your hair done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, can we call Toronto now the Tampa Raptors? Would this help or hurt their chances of their championship chances? Them moving to Tampa, because they the Tampa Raptors now. They ain't Toronto.
No, it won't hurt them at all. It won't hurt them at all. Being the fact that you got with the COVID-19, everybody got to adjust on the fly. It won't hurt them at all. As a matter of fact, I think it will help them. To be honest with you, I think it will benefit them as far as the free agent market of guys wanting to go play.
Hey, that's girl, dude. That's Activator.
No, that's not. That's Sheen. That's Sheen. Look, Shine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But I actually believe that would help them.
Chuck, jump in there.
What was the question?
We was talking about the Tampa Raptors, man. Not Toronto no more. They the Tampa. They down there in your neck of the woods. You gonna get down there, get some run, get some coaching in?
Hey man, listen, man. The Toronto Raptors is the Toronto Raptors, the Tampa Raptors, man. That's
yes, they is. They definitely.
People understand big time. Hey, look, they don't realize how big basketball city Toronto is. Toronto might be one of the biggest basketball cities in the whole league. You take that fan base away from them and you're moving to Tampa. Tampa Bay don't get a whole lot of fans. That's how come. That's how come you don't get. Look, the Rays are one of the worst teams in the league, although they make it to the World Series. Tampa Bay.
I think it'd be different though, because it is basketball, and most fans come for their weight.
So Pac Jam, we lose the Chuck again, man. We gonna jump topics and go to my man Dwight Howard, man. Dwight say, you know, after revitalizing his career last year, the LA Lakers did what we do. We help people become winners, man. And so he came to the show to become a winner, man. And after becoming a winner, Dwight say, look, man, I ain't playing for free no more. Y'all got to pay me. Pac Jam, do you think that was smart of Dwight to be talking like that, saying it with his chest and all?
But I call that NBA logo, NBA lingo. Because remember, he did play under a non-guaranteed contract. He did play on a game-to-game contract. So with him saying that, I understand him saying that. You know what I mean? In the role that he played with the Lakers, he exemplified that he's still able to do what they needed him to do, which was rebound and block shots. You know, which is a premium in today's league. You know, a lot of guys is not. A lot of guys can't rebound and block shots the way he can. And I think it was good to say that. I don't mind him saying that. You know, matter of fact, what that showed and told me was there's some fight still there. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, I agree with Double A, man. Dwight just signed his early retirement check. Chuck, what you think?
Not at all. Not at all. The guys in tip.
Hey, listen, I think Dwight Howard is just like Dennis Rodman. He eventually was gonna be himself at some point in time. He gonna come.
Golly, we need to catch you at McDonald's or Starbucks or something, man.
Hey, yeah, man. Dunkin' Donuts, pull over or something.
God.
Hey, look, Dwight Howard is who we thought he was, man.
So what you think? You think a team will pick him up with his prima donna attitude all over again?
Absolutely.
Listen,
I
man.
do.
Listen. A team will pick him up, but the days of Dwight Howard getting big money are over.
Uh-huh. So
You only
he'll get the vet minimum.
listen, you only giving big money to guys that are the franchise guys. Dwight ain't the guy no more to where you're gonna come down, you're gonna throw in the ball 20 times and he gonna get you 20 and 10. If he thinking that he gonna get numbers paid based off of what just because he played a significant role but beside LeBron James and Anthony Davis, that ain't gonna get it, buddy. But I don't mind him saying that because that's what he's supposed to play. That's what he's supposed to say as a player. Hell, I want to get paid too.
Fact, Jam, you had something to say?
I believe I think he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get a nice contract because you got a lot of teams that the NBA is one of the NBA. Listen to this. I believe he would get a 2-year, $10 million, 2-year, $12 million deal. And the reason why I say that is because the NBA is one of those few sports that has what I call a live monopoly money, meaning that they have like Atlanta Hawks, for example. Atlanta Hawks have already said, listen, we got so much money right now that we got to spend.
It.
Now, the Hawks
Stop
wouldn't get it before.
Stop it.
But I do believe a team like the Clippers would give him a 2-year, $12 million deal.
What? I don't think they gonna be having money like that. But speaking of throwing away money, getting away money, you said the Atlanta Hawks. That brings me back to a question that I actually skipped. Why would Gordon Hayward break the bank again, y'all? He done opted out of $34 million. So if he opted out of 34, why is he gonna break it again? Chuck.
Well, listen. Let me address the Dwight Howard.
Hey, he's breaking up again.
I know. Well, take over, fight.
Well, listen. The reason why he opted out is number one is because I don't know if you're paying attention, but because of the COVID, the contracts are you're not gonna get the whole contract this season. You're gonna get 7 of your contract this season. He is already. His agent has basically talked to some teams already that he's gonna play for a minimum level deal this season and get paid on the back end of the next deal of the 2 to 3, 4 year of the deal.
Okay.
And the Knicks and Indiana are two teams who've already talked about doing that. Remember I told you that.
Man, I hate the fact Chuck can't talk right, man. They'll be fighting right now, y'all.
The Knicks and Indiana and the Hawks are interested in giving him the long-term deal he wants.
So he about to break the bank again. For
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. Because those three teams do not remember he's from Indiana. He's an Indiana kid. Mr. Indiana basketball. They love him in Indiana.
Yes, sir.
The Knicks want anybody with a name. Anybody. Okay? And Atlanta Hawks, same thing.
Well, they got tons of money to give.
Let's be honest. Gordon Hayward average, he can get you 19, 20 a night.
Yeah. Career-wise, that's who he is.
He's going to get that. Let's not act like that's everywhere. It's not.
That is everywhere.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
At that paycheck, you supposed to be getting more than that.
Well, we talking about NBA. We talking NBA. It's a lot of guys like make a lot of money and give you that. Chris Paul getting $43 million. What is he giving you?
Leadership.
15 points a game and 7 assists.
Leadership.
So you paying $43 million for 16 points and 7 assists.
Yeah.
LeBron averaged more assists than Chris Paul. Paul last year. LeBron averaged a whole dime.
Yeah, but Chris Paul ain't playing with no go getters either, man. I think you need to sub that out. Sure.
43 million? We talking
What up?
43 whole million.
All right, there we go. Go ahead, man. We was on Gordon Hayward and Dwight Howard. You wanted to finish on Dwight, and then we go to Gordon.
Is willing to give up $34 million.
Right.
Mhm.
$34 million to play 1 year on a different team for the minimum?
That's what his agent said. That's what his agent said.
Well, his agent need to be fired. Cause ain't no damn way I'm gonna play. Ain't no damn way I got 30. Ain't no damn way I got $34 million on the books, and I'm gonna go play for another team for less money so I can get a long-term deal. I might as well stay in Boston where they're gonna guarantee. I gotta get guaranteed playing time. I'm gonna be on a winning team and just have a good year and go ahead and move and leave and go on to the next team and put my $34 million in the bank. That don't make sense.
Oh, man. Double A say his agent smoking rocks.
Yeah, and look.
Listen.
And if his agent had already talked to the teams, then that same deal will be available next year after he played for Boston.
Well, they said today that his agent is known for doing that for his clients, and it works out every time. So he knows something.
Name us some clients where it worked for. It could. Don't tell me Joe Smith. Don't start with Joe Smith, because that's how they work.
Hey, look, check this out. And the dude got a history of getting hurt every year. So what happens if he go to another team, turn down $34 million, and he goes somewhere and he get hurt?
That's a possibility.
So why would I turn? Well, so why would I turn down? Why would I leave $34 million on the table?
Well, 3 teams interested in him.
They gonna look. The same 3 teams gonna be interested in him after this next year.
The Magic are paying.
The Magic will pay anybody. They still looking for me.
Well, you need to
better go
then.
get that money. Hey, I get you back in shape, big bro. Let's go.
You need to sign then, because listen, he did it. He elected out of 34 million. He did it.
Yeah, he did it. Hey, look. I can't say nothing bad about it other than I hope he don't. I hope he don't look back on it and regret it.
Mm-hmm. We just seen a guy turn down a 2-year 105 and say, "I don't want that. I want to go and play my cousin."
And guess what? And he a damn fool.
He just did that. Turned down 2-year 105. I want to play my cousin.
And he's a damn. And listen. And he's a damn fool. Because my thing is this: when you left Oklahoma City,
right,
$60 million wasn't enough. You wouldn't think about a championship. Now all of a sudden, championship mean a whole lot to you, man. Go ahead on with that foolishness, man.
Listen. I keep telling people the NBA. I call it it's monopoly money that's alive.
Right.
Hey, look, y'all. James Russell and the Rockets. What does this season look like?
James Russell and the Rockets?
Yes, sir. Russell Westbrook, baby.
It looked worse than it did last year.
Well, they already told you that they say it's gonna be they might as well come on in the camp, and it is what it is.
Oh, hey, man. I tell you what, if I was James Harden, I wouldn't be coming to training camp without signing that 2-year 105. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that. Hey, look, I show up me some brand new Adidas on, some Adidas socks, and some fresh 100s in my pocket every day. Every day.
So you guys, but what do you think realistically is gonna happen? Jokes all aside, is Russell Westbrook gonna try to Debo his way out? Is James Harden refusing to play or gonna try to flex their muscle to get out of there like AD did?
Well, the thing is this: it's not. You would like to move them, but with their contracts, it makes it nearly impossible. You're talking 2 guys that make 43 One makes 43.5, one makes 43.4. That's not easy. The only person that you can do an even swap with would be John Wall. John Wall has the exact same contract that both those guys have. And you talking about a guy that ain't played basketball since 2018 December, who ain't played in over 2 years.
I don't think
the ACL, and his game is all athleticism. So I don't think you want to do that.
I don't think James Harden going anywhere. I think he got too much invested in Houston. I know he got a new restaurant that's getting ready to be up and built, getting ready to open a huge restaurant.
Well,
I know he's deeply embedded in the community out in Houston. I just think that, you know, maybe there was some type of miscommunication between him and management when they were going to hire the general manager and the head coach, and he was a little frustrated. Russell Westbrook, on the other hand, he may try to debo himself out because he just got there for 1 year. But, you know, these guys have to start looking at these other guys that have done the same thing that they've done and not had the success. See, everybody thinks that the grass is greener on the other side. When you were the franchise guy in Oklahoma City, everything was built around you and you was the man. Then you want to get out of Oklahoma City and they trade you to Houston. Now you want to get out of Houston. The same thing Dwight Howard did. The same thing that Steve Francis did. So forth and so on down the line. What happened to, man, things may not be going right now, but I'm willing to stick it out and see what happens. Kobe did it. You know what I'm saying? But these superstar guys, they get so full of themselves they feel like they can be superstars on every level, and that's fine. But at some point in time, everybody's gonna stop building around you. You ain't going Russell Westbrook. You ain't going no place else to where you could just run around and shoot all the balls and just play wild and out of control like you was able to do in Oklahoma City. People are gonna ask you to play basketball now. James Harden, once you leave the Houston Rockets, ain't gonna be no pat for 24 seconds, and you just jacking up some shots. People gonna ask you to play basketball.
Man. So guys, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to Brooklyn this time. Why will the Brooklyn Nets be a whole mess? Not a little mess, but a whole mess. Pack Jam.
Well, number one is, if you talk about bringing Harden over there with by the whole mess, that's what you're talking about? Or are you just saying
all the ideas that keep floating around there me has turned it into as a world turn, and we ain't even started camp yet.
I'm gonna say this here. The problem right now is the fact that you have no alpha, no real leader, and that's from management to the players. Because you get Kyrie, when they first, within 24 hours of hiring Steve Nash, Kyrie goes public and says, "We don't have a coach. All of us are a coach." That's how the ground was set. Then KD says, "Well, he is right." Okay. Then now KD says, "I want to play with my homeboy, my cousin, James Harden. Let's get rid of all that over there." So what does that tell LeVert, Dunwoody, Allen, and all those guys whose names have been mentioned in this trade? Oh, you don't want to play with us? We waited a whole year while you was nursing your ACL. Now I'm saying you come back now, you talking about get rid of us? So to me, that's why it's a whole mess, because the foundation has been set of a soap opera. Right. And we talking New York City. We talking the back pages of New York City. You know,
they're gonna be front page, front center now.
Right. So my thing is, to me, it doesn't bode well to do that. You know, it really doesn't. You know.
All right, Chuck, you frown it over there. Why you think they're gonna be great and not a whole mess?
No, I don't know. But to be honest with you, I don't know how great or good they will be. I don't think that there'll be a whole mess, just simply because I do think that Steve Nash will bring some type of veteranism to him, if that's a word. And he'll calm them down. At the end of the day, all them guys are professionals, man. They get paid to play basketball. They ain't rookies. You know what I'm saying? You know from playing in football and being in New York that anything can be possibly be said in that situation, and
Absolutely.
it could be
But
it can be construed in any type of way. But at the same time, you do have a guy like Steve Nash that's a proven winner, that's a leader.
Uh-huh.
You know, at the same time, he'll settle them down. They got Mike D'Antoni behind them to guide him, and at the end of the day, them guys gonna want to win.
Mm. Hey, I think that was well said. I do think that Steve Nash is gonna show them professionalism. I just don't know if Kyrie and Kevin Durant are both willing to sacrifice. Man, they ain't never really had to carry a program.
Well,
You know?
I wouldn't say that. I think both of them have. I just think that both of them have
Or they were
won.
unsuccessful carrying a program.
Right.
How about
Yeah,
that?
let's say that. Let's say that. But I think this. I think that see, Kyrie don't really understand that right now. Like you, more than anybody, have the eyes on you.
Yes.
Just simply because you were in Cleveland, you helped win a championship. You wanted out of Cleveland. I wanted to make it seem as though you couldn't get along, and everybody made it seem as though you couldn't get along with LeBron. You go to Boston, you throw your teammates up under the bus in Boston, they get you up out of there. You
now
come
you're
to you
talking.
come
Now
to
you're talking.
yep, you come to New Jersey, and you're in the mix of everything. So when things go bad, and you know, like I know from the New York media,
Yes,
just
sir.
like it happened with Stephon Marbury,
Yes,
it's
sir.
gonna be pointed at him.
Yeah. They gonna
So,
find them. They gonna find them a victim, them reporters,
absolutely.
and they gonna attack. And I
So,
don't feel like neither Kyrie or KD are built for that, man. They don't take
hey,
criticism well.
hey, one thing that we do know, one thing for certain, and two things for sure. In 2 weeks, we will find out.
Oh man.
We will find out.
Pack Jam. Now I know you went to the late show earlier, man. You got time now to go back to your Laker comment. We had mentioned Bradley Beal, and you took off with the Lakers, and you was talking about quiet as it kept. So go on, give us that late breaking news. Chuck don't know nothing.
What the Lakers?
Hey, look, I got another breaking news for y'all when he finished.
Okay.
well, again, you know the Lakers are doing what they do. You know, we still got our eyes a little wink at Serge Ibaka. You know,
There it is.
There's a reason why AD hasn't signed yet. Just know that he's gonna sign a deal similar to LeBron, the 2+1. And there's a reason why he's doing the 2+1. It's about the chip, baby. It's about the chip. And
we're trying to make sure we can sign some other players.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've already done the best thing by going to get Schroeder. That was one of the best pickups in the offseason thus far.
So cap friendly deal is what we're working with.
Yes. Caldwell Pope is re-signing also.
No, man. Stop it. Get him going. Oh, man. I ain't want to live like that.
Pope was one of the unsung heroes in our championship.
Listen, man. Don't start that. You all the way team LeBron. You all the way team LeBron.
Well, I mean, I do have ties to Clutch Sports. That's another subject. But I'm telling you, he was one of the key players to our run. He really was.
Please don't agree with him, Chuck. Go ahead.
I agree with him. I think Caldwell Pope played some good defense and he made some big shots in the finals.
Because Danny Green was on a milk carton.
Well, Danny Green is gone now, so y'all don't have to worry about him anymore.
Don't worry about that no more.
But
we let go quick cook. This
is what I want to know.
Okay.
I talked to a young lady by the name of Vanessa. She's married to a guy. She's married to a guy named Lou. I bet y'all know who I'm talking about. And we were having a conversation, and she said, "You know what? I don't even know when Tori became a Laker fan."
He was a boy.
That's breaking news right there.
She said the only two people that was Laker fans in the family was me and Kevin. Yeah. I don't even know when he became a Laker fan. So I want to know, the inquiring mind, the people on the show want to know, When did Tory Pac Jam, the best co-host, become a damn Laker fan?
I can't believe my mama said that.
Yeah, your mama said that.
I gotta talk to her because she tripping. I know she wasn't her right mind.
She said, you know what? I don't know about that Tory. She said, whatever team winning, he found they were his way on their team. I said, no, tell me that ain't true.
Hey, I gotta talk to my mama because somebody that put something in her Diet Coke.
Hey, one of the guys on the show called him Pat Wagon, Chuck. They'll call him Pat Wagon.
Hey, I had a Notre Dame outfit to wear today, but Kevin said we was doing NBA basketball. But I'm gonna wear it next week.
All right, well, hey man, you known for being with a winner now.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's who we gonna play the national championship. Alabama gonna play Notre Dame.
All right. Who is we? Who is we now? Because you got about 5 teams now.
I'm in Tuscaloosa where I always been at, man. In Tuscaloosa.
All right.
Hey, Chuck, don't you remember when he was a hurricane, Chuck?
That's what somebody told me. Somebody told me the same thing.
Hey, listen. You know what? I'm about to leave this show because I don't know why my name gets scandalized wrongly.
Hey, listen, man. Your mama ain't gonna lie on you, man. She'll lie for you. She ain't gonna lie on you.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I know my mama ain't said that. I got to talk to my mama.
All right, well, you better call her.
I will be talking to her as soon as I get off this show.
She said it was 2 Miami Hurricanes fans in the house. It was you and Lou. And it was 2 Florida State fans, her and Kevin. That's what I heard, man. I don't know, but that's what the street said, man.
Hey, boy, he done went and did his homework on you, Pat.
Hey, I definitely got to talk to my mama because I know good and well she ain't talking like that.
Okay, well.
Hey.
Hey.
Not Vanessa.
Hey, man. I'm just telling you what was brought to my plate, man. I don't know.
Listen,
hey, Kevin, is that true?
That's it. That's how it went down, man.
I'm gonna have to talk to Vanessa because Vanessa tripping out the streets.
Well, look, man. The floor is open. If y'all wanted any other topics, we can lay it down, man.
Hey, I think what I did want to touch on is the fact of this Heisman, and I think it's gonna come down between Justin Fields and Mac Jones. And don't be surprised if Mac Jones the dog horse to win the Heisman.
I wouldn't be surprised, but what I wanted to touch on and what I wanted to say is this. I want to give a big shout out to Leonard Hamilton.
Yes, sir.
Just simply because every year come draft time, they throw John Calipari up on the TV screen and they give him all the credit because he got kids that's going to the NBA. And ain't nobody said nothing about Leonard Hamilton for the last few years, putting them kids that he got into the NBA. He got guys that's coming off the bench that ain't even the starters on this team going in the lottery. He got guys that you ain't never heard of going in the lottery. And it's time for him as a black coach to get his just due.
Wow.
That's what I want to say.
Wow. And you're right about it. He's held it down. He's always that number 3 team in the ACC, no matter how it shakes up. And you're right. 2 lottery picks this year. It's lottery every year for him.
Yeah, every year.
Chuck, what's impressive about it is we don't hear about these guys before they get to his program either. These aren't for sure. Like the ones that's going to Duke, my alma mater, Kentucky, where no matter where these kids going, they're gonna end up in the show.
Absolutely.
His kids we ain't heard of.
Exactly. And he's been taking kids that you ain't heard of to the Sweet 16,
right.
Final 8, the Final 4. It's time for somebody to start giving Leonard Hamilton his just due.
Right.
He might not be He might not be Calipari, he might not be Coach K, he might not be Coach Izzo, but get a black man his due, please.
Wow. Pack Jam, you in or you out? Cause I know that he ain't talking Kentucky talk.
I mean,
I heard he ain't like Kentucky.
Hey,
love
Chuck, you see what my mama put on the bottom of the screen? My son has never been on a loose. He ain't lost.
Hey, look, he like LeVar Ball. Never lost.
Hey, what LeVar said when they asked him, LaMelo, he went with Puma. He's not on the baller brand. He's like, what's his last name? He a ball, ain't he? Well, he's still with the baller brand. You gotta love it.
I love it.
Well, hey, look, we appreciate you two for coming on the show, man. Man, we had a ton of fun, man. Got to get y'all two back in the building again.
Man, all the time. You can get me in whenever, bro. I apologize for being late. I was in the gym, but
Hey,
man,
I'm shout out to my barber, man. Shout out to my barber, man. Jared, man, the best barber in the city of Orlando, man.
Well,
Jerry, did you put that Beijing in his head? Did you put that Beijing? Did he Beijing you up?
No,
he
no
did.
Beijing. Hey, Jared, come here, Jared.
He put a curl. He put activator in there. I know that.
Best barber in the city of Orlando, right there, man. Jared, man.
Hey, Jared, I got some more black paint, man. Don't put that Beijing, man. Put that.
Ain't no Beijing here, man. Ain't no Beijing here, man. That's all me, baby.
Hey, man, where you put the S curl at? Ain't no S curl in our family, man. Stop it.
Nigga better texturize it. Indian.
Mine have been curled all my life. Now ask Vanessa that.
Oh, man.
Ask Vanessa that.
Boy, stop.
Hey, listen. Man, please. That nigga got liquid Drano. That's lie, nigga. That's lie.
What?
Like on Malcolm X.
I'm not dirty red. I ain't dirty red for Malcolm X.
Well, we appreciate y'all for hollering at us, pulling up, stopping through. Man, thanks to Chuck and Agnes. Thanks to Pack Jam, man, with Klew and LB. We are gone, man. Love y'all.
All right, dog. Be good.
Yeah. Take care.